This is infiltration. The first boots on the ground. The unknown elite. Hunting in silence. Until it's time to go loud.
We're heading to Afghanistan in Medal of Honor for the PS3, 360, I believe PC, from EA. Very, very similar to Modern Warfare, and a lot of reviews so far have stated just that. Now that being said, Modern Warfare 2, if you remember correctly, is very similar to Modern Warfare 1. So let's throw that aside and just start nitpicking this game against itself. You have a campaign and a multiplayer that use two completely different engines. Typically, when you play a first-person shooter, like this, war-based, whatever, the campaign is kind of like a prelude, if you will, kind of a training session for when you get online, so you kind of know how things work. It does feel different, which is very, very strange. That being said, I do like the contemporary setting of Medal of Honor, taking place in Afghanistan. Whether or not a lot of it is fabricated is... it doesn't matter. It takes place in present day. You have three different guys you play as in most war games these days. You have kind of a SEAL guy, an Army guy, and then you have like a PMC character. And there are some pretty cool set pieces in here. You do the 50 cal sniping, for example, which we've seen before. There's some vehicle segments, which we've seen before. And of course, there's the kind of hopeless, till the last bullet shootout that we haven't really seen before. You're kind of on this little island in the desert. You get ambushed from the hills, and literally you have to survive until everybody in your squad runs out of bullets before it ends, which is really, really neat. I had some fun playing with the headset on. The strings come up, I'm crying, it's ridiculous. A lot of fun, though. A lot of different weapons and stuff like that. If you do fancy yourself a fan of the Modern Warfare style shooters, this is right up there with them. A lot of the differences that these kind of games take to kind of separate themselves from, say, Call of Duty, will kind of like turn you off maybe at first. They'll change the controls around just for the sake of that. For example, if you remember when Halo came out, everybody used Halo controls because that's what everybody was used to. Then Call of Duty came out and Halo switched to those controls. Now this is trying to break the mold again. It's not really the game to do it. Apparently a success in sales and stuff like that. Maybe we will see another one with the characters returning and stuff like that. The PS3 version does come with an HD version of Medal of Honor Frontline if you want to play that again. And then, of course, you get an opt-in for the Battlefield 3 beta, which is kind of nice in both versions. That being said, the game is priced at $10 over an average game as you get the EA subscription to their multiplayer, which they've been doing since Battlefield Bad Company 2, and they've been doing with sports games ever since. We have to stop them now, everybody, in that if you buy this game used, you have to spend that extra $10 to play online anyways. That being said, play the campaign and then kind of make your decision. It is very different. It's like two separate games in one box. It's kind of bizarre. Otherwise, very much like Modern Warfare, I give it an extra point over that just for having a setting that I'm kind of more having fun with rather than the future like Middle Eastern country that doesn't exist, blowing people up. Decent game, 6 out of 10. Pick it up if you're a fan of shooters. But again, nothing you haven't really seen before. If you've picked up Bad Company 2, Modern Warfare 2, you could probably just give this one a rent instead. Check it out.
This is escalation. Flipping the switch. Taking the fight to the enemy. This is the Wolf Pack. Force multiplied.